May has come to an end. June is upon us. So I'm going to stop and rank all 7 movies that I saw in the month of May, ranked from the worst to the best. Let's go. So yes, I'm going to be ranking all 7 movies that I saw in the month of May. And remember, my list is not the right list. It's just mine. And I'd love to hear your list in the comments. Share your ranking of all the May 2025 movies that you saw. Without further ado, let's get to the ranking. In last place, Fountain of Youth. Now, this was a movie I was really looking forward to because it seemed like it was going to be like a present Indiana Jones film, because all the Indiana Jones films take place in the 1900s. And I love the Indiana Jones franchise. It's one of my favorite franchises of all time. And some of those movies are some of my favorite movies of all time. So, yes, if a movie seems like it's going to be a present Indiana Jones film, sign me up. And yeah, the trailer for this movie actually looked pretty good. And it made my top 10 most anticipated movies coming out this summer, because I was just really excited for this movie. And it actually has a lot that screams out to you, says this movie's going to be good, because it's directed by Guy Ritchie, who is a great director, and it's starring John Krasinski and Natalie Portman, two actors that I really enjoy watching on screen. I don't love them, but they are very good. But yeah, Guy Ritchie especially though. When I found out his name was on this, that just got me really excited, because he did The Gentleman. I've never seen that though. But the movie that I know him by is the live action remake of Aladdin, which is the best live action remake in my opinion. And literally, the original and the live action are both my favorite Disney movies and some of my favorite films of all time. So, yeah, this guy, really good director. So I was just really hoping that this movie would be great. But unfortunately, yeah, this one was a bummer. Now, even though the film is still enjoyable and it's totally watchable and it's enjoyable, the action here is really good, and the stunts here are actually kind of cool. And the adventure aspect into here, which is the thing we focus on most, was actually pretty decent. We traveled to we go to Egypt, which really reminded me of the Raiders of the Lost Ark. At the end of the film, we get a sequence underwater in this mysterious kind of temple that sunk underwater. There's a bunch of other stuff that more takes place in the city. But when we do go to the underwater sequence or Egypt, stuff like that, it was enjoyable. I like the adventure aspect here. But still, everything else just sucked. The script here feels like it was written by AI. We got some cringy dialogue here. All the jokes just feel worse than PG-13 jokes, which, yeah, there's actually 1,000 that are good. I don't even know why I said that. It's worse than PG jokes. It's I can't even explain, but they're so kiddish jokes, and there's not even a kid in the movie for until the end, and that kid didn't really bother me, but still it's kind of annoying that he joined the journey, because he absolutely does nothing in the film. But anyway, the film just absolutely sucked. I don't know what it is here. John Krasinski, he felt like he was the only one trying here, but still, he didn't do very good. Natalie Portman, I don't know what she was doing, but she did not have a good script, and was just I don't even know what she was doing, but making the weirdest jokes ever. I just wasn't a fan of her. So I'm guessing whoever wrote the script should not be hired for another movie that has the potential to be good. Just hire them for a movie that you can just sense is going to be trashy. Uh, because I can just tell Guy Ritchie tried. Alright, I'm really disappointed that his name was on this movie, because yeah, it sucked. This movie just had so much potential to be great, but yeah, unfortunately, it sucked. In sixth place, Another Simple Favor. Now, I had no knowledge about these movies, and yeah, there's like a billion movies that I have no knowledge of. But still, the first one seems to be kind of popular. Um, but anyway, I watched the trailer for the second one, like, I don't even know, like maybe a couple days after released on Prime Video. And like, I gotta say, I was interested, so then I watched the trailer for the first one, and it looked really good, so then I watched it. And yeah, it was actually a really good and enjoyable and fun, like, kidnapping mystery thriller. I think that Anna Kendrick and Blake Lively were great in that movie, and it's just a fun movie. Now, though, so that really like tuned up my expectations for the second one, and for the most part, I enjoyed it. It's not as good as the first one, but what I do like about the second one is it's more of like a who done it movie than the first one, because the first one there you have a mother who is a very good parent and she's a widow, and her brother and husband both died in a car crash, and anyway, and her son goes to school, makes a friend, and then asks for a play date, and then she meets the mom, Blake Lively, and apparently she's not a good mom. She drinks a lot and all this stuff, and then they go out for drinks, talk, and become best friends over a couple of days. But like she noticed that she's like very mysterious. Sorry, I need to work on my grammar. But anyway, so yeah, and then one day out of the blue, she gets a message from Blake Lively's character, and turns out she has vanished. So basically, the entire film, like they're trying to look for her and stuff, and it's actually a really good guessing movie. Like, did she get murdered? Is she kidnapped? What's going on here? And yeah, I think the twist is like okay, not a very good twist. But the entire film still gets you to guess, and I think it's actually a better thriller than the first film. And yeah, so really, really good film. Um, and the second film, yeah, it's a lot better at the whodunit thriller part. And also, it's very generic. They're having a little wedding on an island. People get murdered. You have to discover who is this mysterious killer or killers. That's overly generic than the first one. The first one's very unique. Second one, no, just very generic. But still, I enjoyed this film. I think the twist for one of the killers was actually really good. I'm talking about Aunt Linda. I think that she was interesting killer, but then we have the death of her. We don't even need to talk about that. That is one of the goofiest scenes in movie history. When she gets like stabbed or got like shot in the stomach or something, and then gets thrown off a cliff. I don't know, it's very goofy. Then the other person, I was just like, on the twist, like, wasn't really like a suspect. We didn't see that coming, but at the same time, I was just like, okay. Didn't really care about that. I think the kills in this film were actually done very well. But yeah, it did keep me guessing a lot, so I enjoyed it. Blake Lively was great in this film. I don't know what was wrong with Anna Kendrick's script or whatever, but she was just not fun. First film, Anna Kendrick was the best there because of her acting. She was just funny. She was just really smart and enjoyable and just a really like fun detective mom. We get to the second film and she's all bossy and kind of a brat and just like annoying. Like Blake Lively is great in both of them, and she just does the same there. And then Anna Kendrick comes back after 2018 to in 2025 and just like, okay, we're switching up my character. Like, I just wasn't a fan of that. But yeah, this is probably a film, like, both of them are films that I probably, like, would rarely rewatch. If I'm going to rewatch them, I'm going back to that first film. That is a lot more enjoyable. This film, maybe it is more watchable than the first, because the first one does take, like, 30 minutes to kick in, and it starts off just, like, a family comedy. But this film, nowhere near as good as the first. In fifth place, Lilo and Stitch. Now, I am not the biggest fan of that original Lilo and Stitch. Like, my auntie and my sister are way bigger fans. Like, my auntie, the original Lilo and Stitch is her favorite movie of all time. Stitch is her favorite character. She has statues, blankets, all this stuff in her room. So, yeah. She loves everything about Lilo and Stitch. My sister, Stitch is one of her favorite characters of all time, and Lilo and Stitch is one of her favorite movies of all time. But it's not like the number one. For me, no. It's not even making like top 50. It's still like 7.5 out of 10. Really good movie. It's a kind of a classic Disney movie, even though it did like come out in like 2002. So like if you want to look for a classic, go to Aladdin, go to The Lion King. Uh, so yeah, but still, I really enjoy that first film, but it is nothing special in my opinion. Um, and so yeah, I was still excited to watch this movie with my auntie and my sister who love the character and the original film, and they enjoyed it. But we're talking about my opinion here, and for the most part, this film was decent enough. It is nowhere, and I mean nowhere near one of the best Disney live action remakes. Cause like, bro, we have some really good ones like Aladdin, The Jungle Book, Cruella, like those three, very good stuff, very very good. Um, but then you look at this one and just like, yeah, it's good. And there's like some atrocious Disney live action remakes, like the live action remake of The Lion King. That was awful. So yeah, that's way better. They know what they're doing here. The Lion King, you do not know what you're doing. But still, not a like it's just like a 7 out of 10 for me. Good movie. That's it. There is some sweet moments, and the comedy does work. They nailed the Stitch design and like Pleakley and Jumba. They nailed all their designs, and the casting for like Pleakley was really good. The only person I had a problem with was Jumba. I think the sound of like the voice actor for him was really wrong, because like he didn't have a deep voice like mine. He just had like a very high pitched voice, and Jumba has a more deeper voice in the original. And what that movie does better is he's not the villain of the movie. They make him out to be the villain of the movie, but he's actually not. It's the other, I forget his name, but the other monster. And for some reason, they didn't want to waste more money on that to get him into this film, which I actually kind of had a problem with, because they had no choice to put Jumba in the front lines to be the villain. So wasn't really a fan of that decision. Um, and yeah, just still look of it's amazing, of all like Stitch, Bleakley, Jumba, and yeah, comedy works really good. Like pretty funny moments in it. Stitch is just the best as ever. He's just a very iconic character, and yeah, for the most part, sweet moments do work as well. So it's just a fine. It's a good. Sorry, it's not fine. It's a good Disney live action remake, but not one of the best. In fourth place, Fear Street Prom Queen. Now, quickly before I move forward here, I just want to mention that, yeah, you've noticed lately, like, for this video that I haven't really been, like, giving you my in-depth thoughts of the films. And I forgot to say this at the start, but, yeah, I haven't been doing that because I have reviews for all of these movies I'm talking about, except for one, which we'll get to a little bit later. But yeah, I have reviews for all these movies, so if you want to hear my more in-depth spoiler thoughts of the films, go check out all my reviews for all of these movies except for one. But yeah, all the reviews for all these movies are running on my channel right now, so go check them out. But anyway, so Fear Street Prom Queen. I'm a big fan of that original Fear Street trilogy. Love that trilogy. And it's not a trilogy that you'll like. This is like it's almost like a once in a lifetime opportunity, because you're not gonna get like as a creative trilogy, dropping in 1 month all together with a cool slasher element with Sarah Fier and everyone, getting a really good cast, and they're all taking place in different time periods. We got 1994, 1978, 1666, like all that stuff. Very, very cool. Yeah, this film was just overly generic. Probably the most generic film I've seen this year. I don't know what they were trying to do here, but just please help us. I'm just kidding. I'm playing around. This movie was good. I enjoyed it. probably, like, as you can see, if it's up this far, I like this film. It's a lot better than, like, Lilo and Stitch, Another Simple Favor. I wouldn't say a lot better, but it is better than all of the films below it, as you can see. But yeah, the film is overly generic. You got people like prom queen happening, and once you leave the dance, you're gonna get murdered by a mysterious killer, and you have to solve who the killer is. We just explained this for Another Simple Favor like a little bit ago. Why are we just talking about another generic film here? Yeah. But yes, the film is overly gory, and like, yeah, I love gore, and I did not expect this to be that gory. I thought it would be actually very, like, probably like the least goriest of the four Fear Street films. But no, this film does not hold back with the gore. It goes all out, and yeah, probably, if not like the goriest film I've seen this year, man. It is just loaded with blood. So if you're not a fan, you're probably gonna throw up watching this movie because you're gonna see limbs flying, all this stuff. There's this one scene in particular where this guy gets his, like, hands chopped off and like he can't pick the door. It's kind of funny, but like, yeah, whew. And like his girlfriend gets gutted. There's another one where like he finds like circle chainsaw, cuts the guy's brains. Like, it is disgusting, but yes, I can handle gore. So, yeah, that's probably like one of my favorites. And yeah, I do love like the whodunit thrillers. I mean, this movie isn't a thriller, but yeah, I love the whodunit films. And that's what this movie is. So obviously, I got enjoyment out of it. I got fun out of it. I do like the final girl, Laurie Granger. I think she's a really interesting character. So this will be a movie I will watch from time to time. But if I want to have some like creativity and movies that I like a lot better, I'm going to the first two Fear Street films because they are a lot better. Also, if you want to see my ranking of all four of the Fear Street films, go check out that video. It's up and running on my channel right now as well. But yeah, a good and decent movie, Fear Street film. But yeah, I'm gonna go back to the other two, like probably the entire trilogy. I'll just go back to that trilogy. Also, the reveal here, not that great. Wasn't a fan of it. One of them got me, kind of like Another Simple Favor. Like, one of them got me. The other two were just, yeah, you could just, like, you couldn't tell. So yeah, it's gonna confuse a lot of people, but it was not a good twist. Yeah. In third place, Karate Kid Legends. Now, this is the movie that I did not do a review for on my channel. So I might talk about this movie a little bit longer, or I might not. We will have to find out. But yeah, I'll just say it. I genuinely dislike the Karate Kid movies. I mean, okay, first of all, I've actually never seen them. So like, but like, I'm talking about all the Karate Kid stuff. So Cobra Kai, I find, like, I watched the first episode, I find extremely boring and just don't care. And the Karate Kid films, I never had the urge to watch them. I did watch the 2010 remake. My friend just put it on and I watched it. And yeah, it was fine. I don't know. I always just look at the Jackie Chan Karate Kid films. I'm like, I could be watching Rush Hour right now. So, yeah. But, I'm just not a fan of this whole world. So, I went into this film with very low expectations. Not only because of that, but also I heard really bad reviews for this movie. But I went out liking it. It was a fun movie. Yeah, it's not great. It's nothing special. But still, like, it's enjoyable and it's a good movie. Now, quickly, I just want to say that, like, my number 6 to my number 3, so Another Simple Favor, Lilo and Stitch, Fear Street Prom Queen, and Karate Kid Legends, all 4 of those are 7 out of 10 good movies for me. So basically, like, they could all be tied. It really just depends on, like, my feeling and stuff, my mood, all that. So, like, maybe this movie could go below Fear Street Prom Queen or something like that. Or maybe Lilo and Stitch could be above. Like, they can all just be, like, switched, all 4 of those, because they're the same rating for me. But yeah, I just wanted to say that. So I have no knowledge. I do know who Daniel LaRusso is, Ralph Macchio. I do know who he is, like what role he is in Cobra Kai. We also get Johnny Lawrence, pretty sure that's his name, from Cobra Kai. Like, I know who those characters are, so it's cool. I just spoiled the cameo. We do get Johnny Lawrence at the end, the very end of the film. So that was actually pretty cool. They were like talking about pizza dough and stuff. And yeah, this film actually does have some pointless plot lines. Like, there's basically like half the film, because it's only an hour and 30 minutes long. That's very short for a movie. Even though that's how they were back in the olden days. I mean, I wasn't live there then, but yeah, I'm pretty sure. My grandpa told me. But anyway, the movie just really is pointless for like 30 minutes of the film. Like, they move and stuff, obviously. Like, he's trading and stuff, and then his mom's like, we're moving and all that stuff. They move to New York. He meets a girl that he really likes, and they hang out and stuff. They're friends, and they still like lean to that relationship. She's showing him around, and then eventually, there's like the pizza owner, her father, wants Lee to train him to get him ready to fight this guy boxing, so he doesn't have to like pay for something. That was just really pointless. That's not what we want to see in a Karate Kid film. But that's just what happened. Yes, it was enjoyable. It was kind of fun. But still, at the same time, just like, why is this happening? Jackie Chan or Ralph Macchio is supposed to be training Lee. Lee is not supposed to be training a pizza guy. So that was kind of pointless. But still enjoyable. It was kind of fun. But then once we do get to this stuff, it is very rushed. Like, Jackie Chan gets there, they train a little bit, he gets Ralph Macchio, they train a little bit, it gets really rushed. And then we just, by the time we know it, it's at the end of the film, we're getting ready to the final battle. And the final battle is like a video game fight, where it's like all these weird messages are like in video game form almost, like saying like round one, all that stuff. Or like the keeping track of the points. And yeah, I think the final battle was actually pretty awesome. But still, like, it's in video game form. Like, what are we doing here? But yeah, the film has some actually really good Karate Kid action. And there's, like, the film actually has, like, a dark part where, because his brother died, and it wasn't, like, from cancer or anything. Like, his brother got murdered. So, like, yeah, so he gets, like, frozen sometimes. Or, like, the pizza guy actually, like, gets beat up and needs to go to the hospital. He's just freezing there because it brings him back to the time where his brother died and he just froze there. Like, it's intense. Like, not intense, but, like, it's kind of dark for a Karate Kid film, which I actually kind of like. It's kind of cool. But yeah, this is just overly generic as well. Like, the 2010 remake, and I'm sure all the other Karate Kid films are like the same way. A kid gets trained to beat up some bullies. That's how it works. So, yeah, okay. But still, I haven't seen the other Karate Kid films. I've only seen the 2010 remake, also with Jackie Chan. So, it's kind of cool. But also, like, yeah, those two films, I don't know. Maybe the 2010 remake is better. Maybe Legends is better. I don't know. But actually, people did say, a lot of people on YouTube, that if you're not a Karate Kid fan, someone like me, you're going to enjoy this movie more. You're going to like it more. So that's probably the case here. Because a lot of people are trashing on this movie, saying it's awful and stuff. And all of them are Karate Kid fans. And the non-Karate Kid fans are like, no, this movie was actually pretty good. And that's someone like me. So, yeah, I enjoyed it. My runner-up, Thunderbolts or The New Avengers. I remember when this movie was announced at Comic-Con that they're doing a Marvel Suicide Squad. And I remember hearing everybody's reaction to that. Like, it's going to suck. It's going to be awful. PG-13 Suicide Squad, we do not want that. But I actually had hope for this movie because they're taking some side characters that I love, like Elena, Red Guardian, all that stuff. Red Guardian. I have to keep doing that. But yeah, this is like one of my favorite films of the year so far. Like, I really enjoyed that. It's my third favorite movie of the year. I'll probably do like a little ranking of like my top 10 favorites of the year. Probably like somewhere around this month because it is halfway through the year so far. But yeah, great movie here. I gave it an 8 out of 10 on my review. Great movie. We get some awesome action in here. Even though I think that we could have gotten more action, I was a little disappointed. Yeah, the action, great stuff. Comedy, really good. Red Guardian carried like he did in Black Widow. And that's why I think Black Widow isn't like an okay film. It's a 7 out of 10 good movie for me. The action's good, but Red Guardian really carried there. And he just carries, he doesn't really carry the entire film though. But for the comedy, Red Guardian carries here. There's some funny moments with like all the other characters, but Red Guardian seriously took it to the other level with the comedy. But also his reaction when Yelena walks into the shadow was just like my heart sank. Like honestly, he was just like, oh my, it was really intense stuff. I went to this film just excited to see and enjoyable with some awesome action, PG-13 Marvel Suicide Squad with some side characters that I love. And it did more than that. Gave us an awesome villain, the Void or Sentry, whatever you want to call him. Bob, even played by Lewis Pullman. He did an amazing job. Everyone in here did an amazing job. But the person who did the best is Florence Pugh. She, like, give her an Oscar. She did an absolute amazing performance in this film. Like, it was just incredible. And yeah, like, maybe my favorite performance of the year. She was just outstanding in this movie. And the movie, like, I did not expect the movie to actually tackle, like, depression, loneliness, all that stuff. It's rare for a Marvel movie to, like, tackle, like, emotions and stuff. But this movie tackles depression, loneliness, all that stuff. And, like, for, like, 40 minutes when, like, no, I'd say 30 minutes when Yelena is trapped in, like, the shadow part, and she's, like, trying to get, like, the good side of Bob back in to business, whatever. And, like, she's saying, like, the sad part she sees when she was a kid and she let this older guy kill her friend, like, a lot of stuff. Yeah. Really didn't expect it to do that, but it did. And the movie's not just fun and funny and awesome with the action. Like, whew, tackle some emotions that will make you cry. Like, the film will make you cheer up in the air, cry, laugh, all that stuff. It is just an awesome, awesome experience. But in first place, Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. I'm just gonna quickly say I love the Mission Impossible franchise. It is one of my favorite franchises of all time, and if not my favorite franchise of all time. And like some of these movies are some of my favorite movies of all time. Like so much I can just go on and yap without about the Mission Impossible franchise. I'm not going to. I'm just gonna be quick about it because I talked about this movie a lot for like my review for it. It was like 35 minutes long, and I did a ranking of all 8 Mission Impossible films. So if you want to go check that out, it's up and running on my channel right now. But yeah, I thought this was a weaker Mission Impossible film. It is my second favorite film of the year so far. Number 1, Sinners, amazing film. But yeah, this is one of the weaker Mission Impossible films. I think that it got like 5th place for me. And as well, it was kind of disappointing. There's some boring parts of the film. I cannot talk today. The film is just awesome and gut-wrenching at the same time. It is a very emotional ride. Like, if you're expecting like some really good comedy and fun moments like all other 7 Mission Impossible films, you're not going to get that here. There's a couple of jokes here and there and a couple of fun parts in here. But other than that, the film is just very emotional and kind of dark. And yeah, but still, we get 2 awesome, and I mean awesome, like 2 cinema stunts. These are the 2, like almost maybe the 2 best stunts ever. We get the underwater sequence, which will make you like grab your seat, like grip your seat, and hold your breath, and your stomach will it will be gone, and all that stuff. And then the plane, oh my gosh, my favorite stunt of all time, where he's just hanging on the wing, like where the wheels are, there's like bar he's hanging onto, and like I looked, like I mean, oh my gosh, if you look down, there's like you can see the ground, and like that made my like I feel like I was on a roller coaster, and I'm not a fan of roller coasters because I hate like the feeling of like you have sorry, I can voice crack. You have the feeling of like your stomach dropping on a roller coaster. So that's what I had that feeling when the plane sequence happened. That was my feeling. So wasn't a fan of that. Like I was gripping my seat, stomach was just sank, uh, all that stuff. I was holding my breath as well here. Really intense stuff, and I think that it was a very satisfying conclusion. Wasn't a fan of the end though. Where we're just nodding hands, like or heads. Sorry, heads, and like what is this? Ghost Protocol. Like I don't know. I think actually no. Ghost Protocol they interacted. I wish they interacted here. They're just nodding heads, and then it was over. Wasn't a fan of that, but still very satisfying conclusion. We get some good action in here, even though I think this might be like other than the first Mission Impossible film and the second, I'll say that this might be the weakest for the action for the Mission Impossible films. And again, other than the first two, we do get some cool ones though. We get like a battle against, like a hand to hand combat against Gabriel and like a couple of his men or whatever. We get another one where like Ethan is attacked, getting ready for the underwater submarine sequence. We get one where like the house is on fire and stuff in like Antarctica, stuff like that. We get a cool shootout scene for the final showdown at the end before the plane sequence, and we get two other pretty cool stunts. Actually, no, I forget the other one. My bad. But we get a really cool one where he's driving a Jeep and stuff. Then he hits a rock and like the Jeep, whatever thing it is it, I don't know, Jeep truck, whatever, just goes flying. I think that was a really cool stunt as well. There's a lot of stuff to admire about this film. There's also a decent amount of stuff to be disappointed. But man, is this film awesome. So there it is. That is my ranking of all 7 May 2025 new released movies. And yeah, just share your ranking in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next one.